There I am, Danny Ocasio, angry and untouchable, even at 16. I was untouchable because my dad, Alfred Ocasio, was the most feared man in the neighborhood, leading me to believe later on that maybe the other kids just went down because they feared what would happen to them if they won. Either way, it didn't matter to me. Because just like any kid, or adult for that matter, I was getting lots of attention and I loved it. Especially from my friends. They looked up to me like I was a king. In the suburbs where I grew up north of Boston, I most definitely was. And they say every king needs his queen. And there she was, Diana Pizarro. To this day, the only woman I would ever fall in love with. You know, when you're a teenager, you fall in love about every 10 minutes. And up until that day, I was no different. Though when I saw Diana, that all changed. There's my mother, Ann. I loved my mom.
Where the is
Though
he?
looking back, she was an angry woman.
Get her, son.
I'm not sure what to do.
Don't worry, she'll teach you. That's my boy.
This is Jerry Valley.
He used to always take me to these hypnosis shows.
Thank you. How about a hand for John? Mr. Ocasio, thank you so much for coming by to see the show.
You're very welcome.
Chandan.
And down the seat.
Thank you.
I mean, he must have seen this guy perform 28 times in 2 years. He was the only guy that could make my dad and his crew laugh. And that wasn't something they did too often.
Your famous, loved Japanese emperor. Eyes open. Tell them in a powerful voice in Japanese, you are now in my village.
One day, these two thugs from Rhode Island that weren't even connected ripped the hypnotist off after a show. Little did they know how much my dad loved him. Though it wasn't long before they found out.
Should have known better.
So which hand did you steal with?
I don't remember.
I don't remember, huh?
Come on, man. We didn't know you knew him.
That's what research is for. You never rob someone without researching the situation first. Though I guess that's why youth is wasted on the young, huh? See, Allie? You're leaving with a lesson to remember. Call Lenny. See if there's a funeral going on tomorrow. We'll bury these two underneath a couple of the other bodies. No one will ever know. Let's go.
This may sound sick, though that moment made me love my dad even
All
more.
right, Allie, let's go.
And before I knew it, I was working hard to be a spitting image.
Hey, Allie, pass it.
Closed.
Not for you, come right in.
It's me in a strip joint, right? For my birthday and everything. Oh my God, if you saw the girl I was there.
My friends and I would just sit around after school, talk about the stories we heard, and how my dad was probably some angel that was sent here by God to take out the trash.
Crazy. Did you touch him? Just, you know, but it was...
Let's face it, I got a lot of respect from my friends. Because my dad supposedly killed some guys. People love that shit.
Hey, honey, why you eating over there? I got some nice Italian sausage you can have right here.
Sort of the way these teenage girls love us bad boys. Jimmy and Joey Gigante, two brothers whose dad was killed a couple years ago by Rhode Island mob boss Charlie Licata. Licata was a heartless son of a bitch. My dad took him in when their father died. Every now and then you try to speak to him, and all you get is a stare with no spirit inside.
Joey! Close your eyes! Jimmy, tell your brother to close his eyes! Don't cry, Jimmy! Don't ever give him that!
Time to watch Daddy die, boys.
One of my best friends in the group was Trinity. You see, with Trinity being Dominican, it didn't mean that all Hispanics were brothers. And one day, we all learned that the hard way. I mean, all the Puerto Ricans in the neighborhood knew Trinity was hanging out with 3 Italians and an Irishman. So one day, a bunch of these chased us for about half a mile. Trinity got tired of it and jumped off his bike, started stabbing every one of these with a screwdriver. And trust me, as much as we wanted to kill those pricks for chasing us, we all wanted to see Trinity prove himself to us. And boy, did he ever. That day, Trinity wanted to give himself something people could remember him by. I just never thought he'd go that far. Dougie Doherty, in my opinion,
You dating
you get the worst break of us all.
You dating a
Yeah, she's only a quarter Spanish.
I don't give a What are you trying to give me a heart attack?
His
What,
dad
you
was an
mean kill?
abusive drunk.
60s.
Oh, and he was a little
Listen, you
racist
little
as well.
Shit, I'm your father till you die, you little prick. Every penny that's in your pocket came from me. You're gonna spend it on some half-black. I don't think so.
Well, needless to say, Dougie, being the stubborn prick he is, went out with her anyway. And so the story goes. As for me, I had my own demons to deal with.
Shut up!
My Uncle Sal, my father's Consiglierie,
No, guys, please. I'll pay him the money. I got a wife and kids.
gave Jimmy and I a license to kill this scumbag who roughed up a couple girls he knew. I was nervous at first, taking the place of God, leaving someone else's fate in my hands. What kept me sane was feeling I never killed anyone who didn't have it coming to him. Just like cheating or stealing, as time went on, it just got easier.
Ma, stop, please. It's embarrassing. Please.
2 years are now passed, and my mom and dad were up to the same thing. Nothing had changed. Nothing.
I'm sorry you gotta grow up like this, baby. Father being a like he is. Huh? You're a
The call came in a little after 12. Diana was killed. And it was Licata's nephew that did it. Because he couldn't get her. And because Licata was made, there wasn't a damn thing I could do about it.
So what is it that your dad really does? You never really talk about it.
I hadn't been with her in a couple months. Her mom told me she was pregnant. They were able to save the kid. I'm a father now.
I just know the more time I spend with you, the more I want to be with you forever.
My life's about to change.
Together. Forever. Right, boys?
But some things stayed exactly the same.